Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another session, right? So today, what we're gonna be doing or discussing more than anything is entries, right? I'm gonna try and keep the video very short and simple. Obviously, our objective as Trading Empire, right, is to build profitable traders, So sometimes I share analysis and then people don't understand where to get in and get out, So I would like to share how I get in and how I get out. And I've been using this for the past 6 years, and it works. Whenever it doesn't work for me, it's because I do not follow the rules, you know. I'll be honest and truthful with you. When you have a strategy, follow all the rules. That will eliminate losses, But once you start deviating from following all the rules or the checklist, you should have a checklist, you know, of at least three things that you need to confirm your trade. So if you don't have a checklist, please have one. And number two, always follow your rules. Once you don't follow your rules, then that's when damage happens. Hence, something like a robot works more efficiently in terms of it will always follow the rules that you've set for it, no matter what. Whereas the human factor is the emotions get involved. But the best thing is to teach yourself to handle emotions. It will help you in your life and in everything. So follow the most key factor, follow your rules. So anyway, these are the rules for this entries, how I get entries. If you follow them, you will be successful. This is not trading advice, by the way. This is just my opinion, my views on the market. Okay, let's get straight to it. So yeah, just FYI, that's the website, our website, tradingempire.co.za. You'll be led here. If you want to communicate with us, there's all types of ways: Instagram, YouTube, WhatsApp, email, Then there's all those services, the podcasts I've done, yeah, about us and some services. So yeah, that's it. That's one of the podcasts I've done. But yeah. So anyway, please don't forget to like and subscribe because I'm going to be sharing some key information that I've learned over the 14 years of trading experience. Cool. Let's get straight to the charts. Entries. Right. So here I analyzed this pair, right? And I said I am gonna be selling it, right? Euro USD, right? And from there, it's been going my way. Cool. Actually, let me start with the last analysis I shared on my group. Let me start here. Cool. Um, on this analysis, I had the thought of, all right, this is the trend. Price has been playing on support. It broke out of support. I expected a retest here and for it to drop. But as you can see, it didn't happen. So how could I avoided a lot of loss, right? Because my stop loss was there or there, right? But how could I have avoided a lot of loss? Cool. The tool that I use to identify on H1, all right, on H1 is you must add a 50 moving average, 50, right? So I'm gonna add it now, 50, that one. Cool. Now this moving average for me, right, on H1 is my trend. This 50 moving average is my trend. So with that said, when price is above this 50 moving average on H1, then I must only be looking for buys. If I see a sell entry, I shouldn't take it until it's below. You get me? Then when price is below, then that's when I take my sells. Do you understand? Price above, it's a buy. It's a bullish market. Price below, it's a bearish market. So now I was looking for a retest somewhere here, right? where the arrow is. Cool. Was it a good time to sell that pair? No. Reason being, where am I on the moving average? I am above it, you see. So with that said, now if I am looking for a bearish momentum or bearish movement, I should wait for what to happen? Price to move below the 50 moving average. A candle close below the 50 moving average, at least, right? So my entry shouldn't have been there. You know, it was a chance, a risk taken, but yeah, well, my stop loss was tight. And I did say trail stop because of this reason that the moving average, we were above the moving average. So I wanted a quick entry, like a quick entry. But yes, as soon as it went to profit, I locked profit because it was above that 50 moving average. So now price went up, hit my stop loss anyway, but I was in locked profit anyway. Um, now when did it move below the 50 moving average? Right about here in the zone here, right? Cool. Right there. Because that candle closed and then that was the candle close below, right? Full candle close below. So now I'm below the 50 moving average, right? So it is a safe area to sell. So if I sold around about here, my stop loss would have been just above, just give it enough space for a spike right about here, right? Cool. And so that has been my entry. Let me change the color to green. That have been my entry and that have been my stop loss, right? Cool. Then entered there, price moved down, locked profit, just to secure my profits. Price was still moving down. I would have had a better trade if I followed the rules than that perfect entry that I was trying to get. So do you see? It's below the moving average. I would have been good. H1. Let's look at another pair quickly. Right. Let me hide the moving average so it doesn't confuse me. I've analyzed um let me go to a higher time frame. I have analyzed dollar index, right? And I've predicted that it was busy hitting this resistance on this trend line all the time. It broke out, right? And the same as the other EURCAD, I'm always looking for a retest after breakout. So it broke out of that line, the trend line. To show that it's a real breakout, it must come on top of that line and retest, which it came. Now there's a bullish candle there, right there on that trend line, giving me confidence that there's gonna be a good buy there. Right? So now entry-wise, what do I do? Open up my 50 moving average, right? On H1, and I'm looking for what price to break above, right? Here price was playing above the moving average. So that was a bullish momentum. Then it came below, which was a bearish momentum. So I could sell from there, from that candle close. It went down. Now that's the line where it's supposed to retest. I wait, right? Because if I'm going to buy, it's supposed to be above that 50 moving average. So it's all about patience. Just on the last H1 candle was above, closed above the 50 moving average. So now it's the perfect time to buy this dollar index. If you have a broker that has a dollar index, then you can buy because we are above the 50 moving average and we can move. You see? Seems simple enough, but it still requires you to have patience, right? Because you could have entered when you saw the rejection, but it wasn't safe enough until. So now that the candle is above, my stop loss is just below enough to handle a spike, and then my entry is gonna be there as soon as the market opens, and then I'm gone. So that's risk management. Cool. So you see, that's how I do it. Let me go for another one, another pair maybe. Let's go for USDJPY. Cool. Okay, USDJPY has gone all the way. This is nice because I predicted that it's gonna fall. Has it closed the gap? Let's see. So there's a gap here that was created. It hasn't closed yet. So we expect USDJPY to close this gap. But anyway, um, because I predicted that move, it went up even higher than I expected. Now I predicted this move to the downside. Let's go into it. So I predicted that it went down, would come back to 50 and 61.8 and continue to the downside for a three-wave move, right? So it did one, two, three, one, two, three, four, five. That was my take profit, and it went all the way, even lower. But anyway, how would I have entered it as well? That's the fib zone, but was using my moving average, the 50 that I'm talking about. Price moved below. I was looking for sells. I would have entered, right? It would have been safe. Stop loss just above. Would have made profit. As soon as it wants to break above the 50, I would have closed my trade. But I would have locked profit, right? Then it went above. Do I buy when it goes above? No. Because what am I looking for? I'm looking for sells. My belief is that it's a bearish market. So you don't, just because it moved above the moving average doesn't mean now you must enter buys. No, because we know that we are looking for sells. And then what happens? Price moved below the 50, then there's a candle close, then I would have sold, right? As long as it's below, I'm safe. Price went up. Did it break the 50 moving average? Let's zoom in. No, it rejected there. So I still hold my sell. Goes down, lock profit. Goes down, lock profit. Keeps on coming up. Do I close my trade? If I believe it's going to go lower, no, because it hasn't passed my 50 moving average. You see, it's still below. Go down. It retested 50 moving average. It goes down. Here, it's almost breaking, right? If the next candle tomorrow is on top, like a candle close be above, then I close my trade if I was swinging. But do you see, for all that time, I could have held my trade and just locked profits going down with it. So, yes, this is how you get entries. This is how I get entries. Good entries. I use this as my trend. So any chart that I open, I already know the trend. Let me just open another chart, analysis. You see here, I am looking for sells. Cool. Is it ready to sell? No, it's still above the 50 moving average. It went up below here. I could have entered, then been out. Sharp. Great. But I'm looking for another entry again to the downside. Only until it's below, then I enter. Do you see? I already know the trend. It's not ready. I don't even have to analyze too much into it. This one, I can already know that that's an uptrend at the moment. But also the important factor is obviously you need to do your own analysis on the pair. You just don't jump in. Here, gold obviously been bullish all this time. Cool. Then, you know, if I'm looking for sells, I'm waiting for it to break, maybe retest there on the 50, then go down with it, continue down. But now it's in a downtrend where I am, so I could have entered there and made some few profits, scaling. But yeah, right now we're in a downtrend. Um, USDs I've been looking for buys, right? So every time it goes above the 50 moving average, I would buy, I would bought closed. Here it's retesting on the 50 moving average. Probably buy. I'll buy it with my stop loss. Just enough space for a spike, but I would be buying because we're still on top of the 50. So yes, this is it, guys. This is how I get my entries. So I'm sharing it with you guys so that when y'all are also trading, you'll know when to exit, know when to enter when I share an analysis. My view of a certain pair. This is how you enter, this is how you exit. If you practice this and stick to the rules, you will be profitable. No lie. But yeah, give it a try. Let me know. Send me a WhatsApp, comment on the video below after a week, after subscribing, and let me know if it's working. Cheers.